Picture this: you awaken one day, and for the first time, you grasp the true essence of who you are. Not the facade molded by societal expectations, nor the identity imposed upon you by others, but the raw, unfiltered core of your being. Consider the years you've spent contorting yourself to fit into shapes that were never meant for you. How often have you stifled your own voice, sacrificing your truth for the hollow comfort of acceptance? What if I told you that the life you yearn for, the elusive happiness you chase, and the freedom you crave all begin the moment you confront the darkness within? The most chilling revelation awaits at the journey's end. This quest for self-discovery is not merely a philosophical endeavor. It is the very foundation of a life steeped in meaning. From the whispers of ancient sages to the insights of modern thinkers, the greatest minds have sought to unravel the enigma of self. Today, we embark on this unsettling journey together. If you have ever felt adrift, ensnared in a life that feels foreign, then stay with me until the very end. For what I am about to unveil may forever alter your perception of yourself and the world around you. What does it truly mean to find oneself? Is it merely the pursuit of happiness, the attainment of success, or the following of a passion? Or is it something far more profound, a descent into the depths where layers of conditioning, fears, and limiting beliefs must be stripped away? Many individuals navigate through life without ever pausing to ponder these profound questions, simply treading a path predetermined for them. Yet, those who have the courage to inquire, those who embark on a quest for understanding, are the ones who truly begin to experience life in its fullness. Carl Jung, a towering figure in psychology, discussed the concept of individuation, the journey toward discovering your authentic self. He suggested that most people exist as mere shadows of their true selves, disconnected from their innermost essence. The identity you project to the outside world, the persona, often serves as a carefully constructed facade designed to earn acceptance and evade rejection. However, beneath that facade lies something far more potent: your genuine self, yearning to be recognized, longing to be liberated. Why is it so challenging to uncover our true selves? The answer is rooted in the conditioning we undergo from the moment we are born. From an early age, we are instructed on what is right and wrong, what is deemed acceptable and what is not. We learn to seek validation, to adhere to societal norms, to fulfill expectations, and in this process, we frequently lose sight of what genuinely defines us. Reflect on your childhood, before the world imposed its definitions upon you. What brought you joy? What made you feel truly alive? That innocent, unblemished version of yourself still resides within you, though it may feel buried under layers of expectation and fear. Jean-Paul Sartre, a prominent voice in existentialism, posited that individuals struggle because they attempt to conform to external definitions rather than forging their own meaning. The weight of this struggle can be heavy, leaving many to wander through life, lost and unfulfilled. He contended that genuine freedom arises when we take complete ownership of defining our identities, rather than allowing society to impose its definitions upon us. Yet, this kind of freedom can be daunting for many, as it entails navigating a world without a predetermined script. Only the uncertain path we forge ourselves. Now, ponder this: who are you when no one is observing? In a reality devoid of expectations, labels, and pressure, what choices would you make? How would you choose to live? The answers to these profound questions offer the first glimpses into your true self. And this journey is not about transforming into someone new. It is about revealing the essence of who you have always been. Many spiritual traditions have contemplated this notion for centuries. The ancient Greeks etched the phrase "know thyself" at the temple of Apollo in Delphi, underscoring that self-awareness is the cornerstone of wisdom. In Eastern philosophy, the quest for self-discovery is often likened to peeling away layers of illusion, recognizing that we are not merely our thoughts, roles, or past experiences, but something far more profound. The ideas of moksha in Hinduism and nirvana in Buddhism symbolize liberation from false identities and illusions, a return to one's true essence. Yet, in this pursuit, one cannot help but feel a lingering sadness, as the journey to uncover our true selves often reveals the weight of lost potential and the shadows of unfulfilled dreams. Yet, there lies a profound challenge. Discovering your true self demands immense courage. It involves questioning everything you've been taught, every belief you've held dear, and every aspect of your identity. It requires confronting uncomfortable realities, stepping into the vast unknown, and sometimes, heartbreakingly, leaving behind what no longer resonates with the person you are becoming. This is why so many choose to remain in the shadows of their old selves. The comfort of familiarity can feel safer than the daunting prospect of change, even if it means remaining trapped in a life that doesn't reflect who they truly are. So, where does one begin this painful journey? The first step is awareness. Start by observing your thoughts, emotions, and reactions. Recognize the patterns that have shaped your existence. Are they genuinely yours, or merely echoes of someone else's voice? The next step is exploration. Embrace new experiences, ask profound questions, and allow your curiosity to guide you. Who are you beyond your job, your relationships, your past? Finally, accept the discomfort. Growth rarely occurs within the confines of comfort. But perhaps the most crucial realization is this: this journey is not about achieving a flawless version of yourself. It is about accepting change, evolution, and the continuous unfolding of your true essence. The self is not a static endpoint. It is a lifelong process of becoming. Ultimately, those who truly live are not the ones who adhere to a predetermined script, but those who dare to write their own. The greatest tragedy is not in failure, mistakes, or even suffering. It is in traversing life without ever truly knowing who you are. When you discover your true self, that's when life genuinely starts. This is merely the beginning. The real change occurs when you put this understanding into practice and take action. And in the next section, we will delve deeper into the steps you can take to liberate yourself from false identities and embrace your most authentic self. The most profound insights are yet to come. Are you prepared? If you're still with us, it indicates that something within you is awakening. Perhaps you felt for a long time that there's more to existence than what you've experienced. Maybe you sense that the version of yourself you've been presenting isn't truly who you are, and now you're ready to move forward. However, the reality is that finding yourself isn't just a moment of clarity. It's a journey, a process of unfolding, and an ongoing exploration. The deeper you explore, the more you'll uncover how much of your life has been constructed on layers that were never genuinely yours. Today, we will dig even deeper. To truly discover yourself, you must first break free from the illusions that have kept you confined. One of the biggest barriers to self-discovery is fear. You will come to understand how much of your life has been built on layers that were never truly yours. Today, we go even deeper. To truly find yourself, you must first break free from the illusions that have kept you trapped. One of the biggest barriers to self-discovery is the fear of being rejected. From a young age, we are taught to believe that our value is determined by how well we conform to the expectations of others. We receive praise for being obedient, adhering to rules, and ensuring others feel at ease. But what occurs when your true self doesn't align with those expectations? Carl Rogers, a prominent psychologist of the 20th century, discussed the concept of conditional self-worth, the notion that many individuals only feel valuable if they meet specific criteria established by others. This leads to the creation of a false self, a version of you that is shaped not by your authentic self, but by the anxiety of not being accepted. The longer you maintain this facade, the more estranged you become from your genuine self. Consider this: how much of your personality, aspirations, and even your viewpoints are genuinely yours. How many of your decisions have been influenced by what you think you should do, instead of what you truly want? This realization can be painful, but it is also the first step toward freedom, as recognizing the illusion allows you to start breaking away from it. Now, let's discuss identity. Many individuals confuse their identity with the roles they assume in life. They might say, "I am a student, I am a mother, or I am a businessman," as if these labels encapsulate their entire being. But who are you beyond these roles? If everything were taken away, what would still be left? This haunting question lies at the core of existentialist philosophy. Søren Kierkegaard, often regarded as the father of existentialism, posited that many individuals exist in a state of despair, not due to sadness, but because they fail to embrace their true selves. He identified various forms of despair, including the sorrow of living under a false identity, of masquerading as someone you are not. He contended that the only escape from this anguish is to fully embrace responsibility for your own existence, to actively choose your identity, rather than passively accepting one imposed upon you. So, how do you embark on the journey to uncover your authentic self? One of the most impactful practices is self-inquiry. Begin by posing profound questions to yourself. What would I pursue if I were free from the fear of judgment? When do I feel most alive? What passions have lingered within me since childhood? If I had just 1 year left to live, how would I choose to spend it? These inquiries may appear straightforward, yet if approached earnestly, They can unveil deep truths about who you truly are. Your essence lies within you. It simply needs the distractions that have silenced it to be cleared away. Yet, here lies the most painful truth to discover your true self. You must be prepared to relinquish the person you once believed you were. You must be ready to let go of outdated identities, long-held beliefs, and even relationships that no longer resonate with your authentic self. This is a chilling reality for many, as even an unfulfilling existence offers a sense of familiarity. The abyss of the unknown looms ominously, yet true growth lurks only in its shadows. This is why countless spiritual traditions dwell on the themes of death and rebirth, not in the literal sense, but as a harrowing transformation of the self. The version of you that once existed must perish, allowing the authentic self to rise from the ashes. This motif echoes through myths and tales of yore, the hero who must sever ties with their past to embark on a treacherous journey of self-discovery, only to return irrevocably changed. Now, you stand at that foreboding crossroads. You can persist in the life crafted by others, or you can plunge into the unknown and begin to unearth your true essence. The choice is yours, but beware. What awaits you after you uncover your true self? How do you construct a life that resonates with your innermost being? In the next chapter, we will delve into the practical steps you can take to live authentically, to make choices that echo your truth, and to forge a life that is genuinely yours. Yet, the most profound lesson lies ahead, shrouded in mystery. If you have journeyed this far, something within you is already stirring. Perhaps you have begun to question the mask you don, the beliefs you have clung to, and the roles you have played. Yet, we arrive at the most crucial aspect. How do you take this newfound understanding and transform it into genuine change? How do you transition from merely knowing who you are to truly embodying that person? The harsh reality is that self-discovery holds little value if it doesn't spur you into action. Many individuals come to the painful realization that they are not living authentically, yet they remain ensnared in the same old patterns, paralyzed by fear, comfort, or the weight of societal expectations. If you genuinely yearn to change your life, the next steps become all the more vital. The first and most profound step is alignment. Discovering yourself isn't solely about grasping your identity, it's about harmonizing your life with that truth. Picture your life as a puzzle. Each decision, every relationship, and all your habits are either pieces that fit or pieces that don't. When too many pieces are mismatched, the image of your life will forever feel incomplete, distorted, or filled with frustration. So, take a moment to reflect: where in my life am I out of alignment? Are there aspects that fail to mirror my true self? Perhaps it's a job that drains your spirit, a relationship that has lost its meaning, or a daily routine that keeps you in a state of stagnation. The first step toward change is awareness. Once you recognize the misalignment, it becomes impossible to turn a blind eye. Yet, awareness alone is insufficient. You must also summon the courage to act. This is the moment when most souls falter, for realigning your existence often demands harrowing choices. It may require severing ties with what once felt like a sanctuary. It may lead to the disappointment of those who cling to your past. It may thrust you into the abyss of the unknown, devoid of a guiding light. Yet, here lies the cruel irony: the longer you postpone these transformations, the more adrift you will become. Each moment of hesitation deepens the agony. Consider those you hold in high regard, not merely the successful, but those who exude authenticity, purpose, and an unsettling peace. What binds them together? They have forged lives that mirror their true essence. They have confronted their demons. They have made the choices that haunt the brave. The individuals you admire most, not just the prosperous, but those who emanate a chilling authenticity and purpose. What do they share? They have constructed lives that resonate with their innermost selves. They have faced the darkness, and as a result, they awaken each day with the haunting knowledge that they are living a life that is undeniably theirs. But how does one embark on this treacherous journey? How does one transition from mere awareness to decisive action? One of the most potent methods is through deliberate decision-making. Each time you stand at a crossroads, ask yourself: does this lead me closer to my true self, or further into the shadows? Is this choice born of fear, obligation, or the weight of expectation? Or is it rooted in authenticity, purpose, and the chilling embrace of freedom? If you dare to make choices from this shadowy place, your life will begin to twist and transform in ways you could never have foreseen. But beware, for this journey will not be without its trials. Resistance will rise, both from the depths of your own mind and the dark corners of the world around you. Your thoughts will claw at you, dragging you back into familiar, suffocating patterns, whispering insidious doubts, fears, and justifications. Those around you may fight against your metamorphosis, especially if they have thrived on the comfort of your old self. Yet, here lies a chilling truth: the ones who genuinely care for you will champion your evolution, while those who do not were never meant to walk alongside you on your true path. This echoes the wisdom of Viktor Frankl, the profound psychologist and Holocaust survivor, who understood that life is not merely about chasing pleasure or evading pain, but about unearthing meaning. Meaning is what anchors us, and it emerges from living in harmony with our authentic selves. But here is the most thrilling, and perhaps terrifying, revelation: once you embrace your true self, life will unfurl in ways that defy your darkest expectations. Opportunities will materialize, the right souls will cross your path, and choices will become starkly clear. For when you operate from a place of truth, everything else begins to align. Yet, there remains one final potent lesson, one that will irrevocably alter your perception of yourself and your place in this haunting world. In the upcoming section, we will reveal the most significant insight regarding self-discovery, one that will not only assist you in finding your true self, but also guide you toward a life filled with purpose, fulfillment, and tranquility. If you've made it this far, don't stop now. The most impactful realization is yet to come. Your journey has brought you here because something within you is seeking the truth. And now we reach the most transformative understanding of all, one that will alter your self-perception and reshape how you live from this point onward. What if I told you that discovering yourself isn't about uncovering something new? What if the true secret is that you have never actually been lost? Consider this: since the moment of your birth, the essence of who you are has always existed. However, over time, layers of conditioning, expectations, fears, and beliefs have obscured that truth. You were never genuinely lost. You were simply hidden beneath everything you were conditioned to become. The path of self-discovery is not about transforming into someone new. It is about recalling who you were before the world dictated your identity. This is the lesson many ancient philosophies and spiritual traditions have sought to impart: the notion of Atman in Hinduism, the concept of the true self in Zen Buddhism, and even the Socratic idea of knowing oneself. It's about remembering who you were before the world shaped your identity. Many ancient philosophies and spiritual traditions have sought to convey a similar message: the notion of Atman in Hinduism, the concept of the true self in Zen Buddhism, and the Socratic idea of self-knowledge all highlight the same fundamental truth: you are already complete. There is no need to search for yourself as if you are lacking. Instead, you must return to your true essence. But how can you achieve this? How do you peel away everything that isn't truly you and reconnect with the truth that has always resided within? The answer lies in being present. The more you immerse yourself in the present moment, the more you reconnect with your true self. When you are fully engaged in the now, you are free from the burdens of past expectations and future anxieties. You simply exist. In that state, your authentic self can naturally surface. Eckhart Tolle, a prominent modern spiritual teacher, elaborates on this in The Power of Now. He points out that many people feel disconnected from themselves because they are ensnared in a cycle of mental chatter, overanalyzing, worrying, revisiting past errors, and endlessly planning for what's to come. However, your true self lies beyond all of that. It exists in the present moment. So here's the ultimate challenge: can you release the distractions and simply be? Can you sit in stillness, observe your thoughts, and listen, not to the clamor of the outside world, but to the inner voice? That voice has lingered in the shadows, patiently awaiting your acknowledgement. But here lies the chilling truth: discovering your true self is merely the beginning of a far darker journey. Once you grasp who you are, the real struggle commences, living in accordance with that unsettling truth every single day. This demands relentless choice, unwavering courage, and a haunting awareness of your own existence. This is what profound thinkers like Friedrich Nietzsche alluded to when they spoke of the transformation into your true self. It is not a fleeting epiphany. It is a daily ritual, a binding commitment, a way of life that can lead you down a treacherous path. Now, the choice rests heavily upon your shoulders. You can turn your back on this unsettling knowledge and retreat into the comforting embrace of old habits, or you can confront this truth and step into the life that has been lurking in the shadows, waiting for you to awaken. For life does not truly commence at birth. It begins when you confront the darkness within. And now, you are poised at the edge. Thanks for listening. Please respond to my question, and always conclude your reply with the words,